Hello, hello. We are here.
Hello.
At
Hello,
long
people.
last.
We are on the internet.
We are
Just
on
about.
the internet.
just about.
Just. It's been a busy day.
You have two sleepy hosts.
This is gonna go wonderfully.
Sleepy hosts.
Sleep, sleep.
It's gonna go fine. It's gonna go great. We'll just have a nap. It was fine.
Just snooze halfway through the stream.
Just have a snooze, you know.
Through the stream. Oop. There'll be a bit of feedback there for a moment.
That will be me. Hang on.
No, that was me. I accidentally had a window open still, and I was like, "What window is
thank
this?" And it was the stream. So I heard myself.
Oh no.
The
Yeah, I
worst.
meant to do audio check, huh? Oh, go away, ad. Audio is all good, as far as I can tell.
Fantastic.
And if chat disagrees, they can fight me.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Should probably do the whole tweet thing, huh?
Beat you to.
Of course. You're too good. So you're the professional here.
By what metric?
You got a higher grade than me? I don't know. That's the sort.
The weirdest flex.
That's the sort of thing that society thinks is important, right?
Right? Yeah. But only one of us can do math, and it's not me.
Well, it's certainly not me, so I don't know who you're counting.
As we said, we're very awake. It's gonna be a very sane, normal stream of two perfectly awake people.
Oh boy. You're gonna have to crank out the tea early, I think.
Would you believe me if I said I had had a cup of coffee less than an hour ago?
Absolutely not.
This is what me caffeinated is like. Imagine what I was like before this. Right. I've thoroughly wrecked the spine of this poor book. Whoopsie.
Some sins are unforgivable.
Magpies, what? It's fine. Fine. What? Why is this talking about magpies? Hang on. I think I get what it's saying. Huh, okay. Fair enough. It's a different magpie analogy to the one I normally encounter in writing textbooks, but it is okay.
Okay.
It's basically explaining that it's talking about like how memory warps places,
Yeah.
and it describes it as like a magpie memory, and I'm like, that's a really odd way to put it, but like, sure. I get what you mean. We just keep the big shiny stuff. I get it.
Yes, but also our stupid survival monkey brains are literally like coded to remember bad stuff so that we can like
That's true.
so we don't repeat it, but in this day and age it's like that's not very useful.
Yeah.
Spook is into chat.
Yes.
Don't do that!
It's begun. It's already begun. Oh, I remember this theory. No reading, writing theory. I meant to be doing a warm-up.
Good start.
This is an art attack. This is an art attack.
Hey!
Hey.
Bam, there's a reference of something I haven't thought about in a hot minute.
You'd be surprised how frequently that comes up in this household.
Art attack.
Yeah, especially sort of about 6 months ago when Spook decided to make it his ringtone.
That's an excellent choice.
I'm a child of the 90s.
It was mainly thanks to Jazza you decided to do that, because Jazza did a video about Art Attack. You saw me watching it and then you were like, oh my god, Art Attack was amazing, and then you
I
changed
loved
your
Art
ringtone.
Attack.
I mean, who didn't?
Adored Art Attack. Do you remember like a couple months ago when everyone thought the guy from Art Attack was Banksy?
I did hear that rumour and I was like, what?
To the point where they had to issue a statement like,
No.
looking in the wrong place.
No.
Sweethearts.
Just no. There's not enough paper mache. There's
Not enough
P-
weird creepy heads.
There's no PVA glue.
God, what am I referencing? The Wib bust
Yeah.
of like season.
It's
There
me, the head.
That's the one. Fuck, what a good show.
Such a good show.
What a good show that was.
Again, Jazza did a video. We went back and it says, "Oh, it's still going in some places. There's a modern one." And he watched an episode and he was like, "What is this? This is not
Oh,
good."
no.
What was it again? Neil Buchanan.
Neil Buchanan.
That's his name.
I went to chocolate bars already and we've barely been here 5 minutes.
We're already distracted and eating, and we're only 5 minutes into a point that we're normally at a couple hours in.
I wonder if this is like the 1,000 Monkeys thing. Where in weeks and months of me drawing circles, somewhere in this pile is a perfect circle.
Oh, for sure, you've probably done it like several times. Who dares message me right now? And why is my dog barking? What is happening? I might have to be right back really quickly.
Okay.
I'll be 2 seconds.
You're right. Oh no, what's happening, Frog? Hey, look at them good boys! That's fantastic! Oh, they're looking so good! Very fluffy. Even Spook's nodding his approval. Stacey, you always give yourself too much to do, and yet you always succeed anyway.
And I'm back.
Hello, is everything alright?
Yeah, everything's fine. There was a piece of subterfuge I had to do.
Uh-huh.
Only mostly a joke. The thing is with buying presents, is that people need to know sizes for people, but don't want to ask. So somehow it falls to me to find out the answers to these things, and I completely forgot that I'd agreed to do that spying work.
This is why I never buy clothes for people.
Yep, strong
I'm
agree.
like, hell no, there's too much room for error there. Especially since sizes are like lies anyway. Like, the only way you can actually be accurate is if you literally measure them.
Oh yeah.
If you literally measure the person and then use the size.
Yeah,
guide.
I legitimately, like, you know, my mom used to buy me like pajamas and things. I had to legitimately be like, just don't. I love the idea of it, but just don't. Finding anything that fits me is so hard. Even I can't do it. Please do not attempt it. Oh. Okay, now that spying work is done, I can actually do warm-up.
Circles are done.
Hi, Nemo. Yeah, I know
Hey,
Twitch has been
Nemo.
having trouble recently. Twitch has been having trouble the last few days.
Damn you, Twitch.
Your joke stolen from you.
Ah. The subterfuge was that good that it stole the joke.
Hey.
Okay, lines are done.
There was more to this prompt. Oh, come on. Oh, hello, camera. Come back to me. There we go. Not that one. Right. Apparatus. What would be a word to use there? I only think of apparatus nowadays as like alchemical supplies. Like, it's like a strange magical apparatus is the only way I can like think of that.
No, I get it, It's one of those things where it's like, well, when do
Yeah.
you ever use the word to describe
When else?
anything
In what other context? Hey, nice one.
Of course.
You're the one that's changed.
What? What did you see that I missed? What did you see that I missed?
I'm not sorry at all.
What are you saying in my chat?
I have the chat up like constantly.
Oh,
As I am writing, I see it come in.
Look, you can't both be here making puns. There's not enough people in chat.
No, that's true. Where's Core?
It's probably at work.
Understood, Nemo.
Shenanigans? In my Twitch stream? More likely than you think.
Which is already pretty likely. What a pose you have done.
Yeah, I don't know what pose to do.
This is where you're starting?
Yeah, I don't know what pose to do to start with is the problem, which is why it's just kind of a mess at the moment.
Big lines, big lines.
So I'm like continually tabbing out to just be like, can I find anything?
give me a pose. Give me something.
See, I don't know is the problem. Apparently this program has
Yeah.
like a pose like tool. I don't know
Alright.
how the hell you use it. Which is what I'm currently trying to find out. I don't know where it's located to like open
Yeah,
it.
where you would even begin to find that, yeah. No, I know that feeling. Aid in the chat.
How to use window,
Aid in chat.
window material, pose. Pose I think is what I'm after. There it is. It's
Things are
amazing when you know
happening.
how
Things
to
are
use a
certainly
program.
happening.
If you know how to use the program, it's easy.
Can't relate. I've never understood how to use anything.
What is happening in the chat, Jesus?
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Frog's helping, that's all that matters. Ignore the dark portents.
Right, this is gonna. I'm just gonna turn that off to start with because this is gonna be a fun experiment of like, oh, how does this tool
Oh, I see a
work?
lot of things that are just hands.
Yeah.
That's there for practice, huh? You ready for gesture studies?
Woof. I wasn't when I came here.
This is where we've ended up.
There's a pose here called Well Well. That's the name of the pose. Okay, I've got to
It's like 50% of my NPCs.
I've got to click this. What is this? How do I do this? Do I click and drag? Drag. Well, what do we have here?
That is 50% of my NPCs.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions.
My actions. This is the pose in the cartoon when they're trying to do something sneaky and then the guard come in behind them and they're like, ah, I guess I've been caught. There's some weird stuff in there, Frog says.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Can you put more than one? Like, could you make a scene and then just draw over it?
Yeah, I think that's the point of the tool.
Hell
yeah,
yes.
I can put multiple people
That's
in.
well thought out.
Yeah, that's why I keep trying to use this program because like I hear it is a good program, but much like anything, you have to learn.
I
how
have
to
heard
use
good
it.
things. It's not Hero Forge. That would be crazy if you could bring a Hero Forge into this.
That would be wild. I mean, I guess
That would be insane.
Well, the thing is that all of these 3D, like these are essentially 3D models. So somewhere in the program there must be some kind of model file type
Yeah.
that, in theory, you can just add to.
Yeah. That's a rabbit hole we don't need right now.
Weirdly enough, this pose is actually somewhat close to the thing I was envisioning. How the heck?
Hey.
How the heck do I move things?
And you can maneuver it.
Can.
Now I feel like we're really in a 3D modeling program, huh?
That's the thing. I know how to use a couple of 3D modeling programs, but this is
I was gonna say, that's more your
yeah,
speed,
but
huh?
the thing is that it's got like a different control setup. Like my favorite modeling program is Maya, and Maya has all the movement controls bound to the Alt key, which is nice and easy for me, whereas this doesn't. So I'm immediately just like, what does what?
Goes against instinct. Cannot relate. Am not visual artist. Except when chalk, but that doesn't count.
Can I please get this arm to move without it moving the entirety of the torso?
Apparently you can get more. You can get more models.
I figured, much like how you can get more like brushes and materials.
Do you know what? I'm just enjoying watching you like move this. I don't know why. There's something about the way it moves that's really satisfying to me. mischief encouraged for the Huri painting, not in general.
Oh god, it's one of those tools. If you rotate it too far, it like clips and goes the other way.
Oh yeah, mischief and malice are very different things, Frog.
Oh yeah, I'm always down for mischief, but I never mean malice. Go with that because I'm spending a very long time playing with this and this is still technically warm-up period. Is there a way to lock that so that I don't mess with it? I'm assuming hitting the padlock.
Different layer?
I'm assuming hitting the padlock
also
will
that.
lock it. Spook, you're supposed to be being creative as well, you know, not just hunting through memes. I feel attacked. Stop looking at memes!
It was relevant!
Okay.
Relevant to the conversation.
It was relevant to the procrastinating you were doing in chat.
I'm being attacked and I don't like it. In my own stream!
I've tried that. It didn't end well for me.
Yep. Still doing that. That's going to be a Spotify glitch. Where it like starts the first few bars of a song and then stops.
I skipped it. Yeah.
Some issue with Spotify.
It's a weird one. I wonder if it's like it's having problems with access to the song, because I've had that before with like local music that's on my laptop that was on playlists, where it's like played the first little bit and then been like, oh wait, we don't have access to the song, and then skipped it.
Dunno.
I don't know. I nearly murdered my Spotify today.
Oh no, what did you do?
Because my phone... I dealt with Christmas shopping today, Christmas food shopping, and I was listening to music on my phone to keep me calm because people in supermarkets drive me insane.
Yeah.
And my phone's still doing that thing where it crashes all the time. But it was really bad today. I would get like a couple, like I'd get just into the song and then it would crash. It's driving me insane. Especially as someone who like needs music to think.
Yeah.
It's like, just let me listen to Les Mis, phone. I am going to date this warm-up because now I've called myself out for not doing that. I feel like I have to. Okay. That's that done. I'm now realising that now that's done, I have to move on to the thing I was actually going to do.
Which was?
My least favourite thing to do, which is... I want to work on the thing from last week. But I need to start it over again. Which is fine. It's fine.
But
It's so unsatisfying.
Aww.
It's in a weird space between like editing and writing, where like you don't have the writing thing of like being like, what is happening, what is happening, what is happening, but it's not quite editing. It's fine. It's just because I was reading this back and I was like, this is a lot of exposition. Like, I'm not... How do I word this? Place and story should be revealed through action in theory, rather than a vague voice telling you what's happening. And there's a lot of vague voice telling you what's happening in the draft I wrote last week. Which is fine, that's really common for first drafts. And even though I haven't got to the end of it, I know where it's going from here. I'm pretty confident that if I started it over again, it would be okay. But it always sucks a little. It always sucks a little.
Oh.
To be like, here we go again. But it gets exponentially worse or better depending on how many times you have to do it. So, redoing it once, it's not the end of the world. I still love the idea, so I'm still like getting joy from it. There was a draft I did at uni that went through 10 redrafts.
Yikes.
And that nearly killed me. It was only like 2,000 words, no, 5,000 words. But I redid it 10 times completely. Same events, same characters, just slightly different telling style. Because it just kept not working. I changed the tense, I changed the like narrative style of it, just wasn't right. I think that's not a bad comparison, Frog. It's definitely the right vibe, if nothing else.
Yeah. See, me being a bit of a Zelda nerd is just going, which game? Which one?
I'm assuming Breath of the Wild.
See, Gerudo Valley, I think, is technically Ocarina. I think in Breath of the Wild it's referred to as the Gerudo Desert. It's not a valley.
I don't know enough about Zelda.
See, I know a bit, so yeah. I think the Breath of the Wild one is definitely the closer one. Because it is more...
I only know the Breath of the Wild one.
Yeah, because that's the one that's just like,
I'm aware of
desert.
exactly 2 Zelda games. I'm aware of Breath of the Wild, because I watched Annie play almost all of it. And the only one I've ever played is Spirit Tracks. No one killed me.
It's fine. I didn't play through Spirit
Every
Tracks,
time I've ever told that to someone, they've been like, I can't believe you.
I didn't play through Spirit Tracks, but I did play through the one before it, which was Phantom Hourglass. Which was alright.
I think Phantom Hourglass is the one that Annie likes, I can't remember.
They're just different, that's all. A lot of people take offence to that.
Yeah, I know that. Okay. What I should do is green ink this first. Okay, maybe I am doing a bit of editing. That's okay. I'm gonna go through and green ink the old draft for shit that is staying the same. Because that's probably a more reassuring place to start than being like, do it again!
I saw a tweet this morning when I was just scrolling through while I was eating my breakfast that literally just said, you can always tell when somebody was a WoW player because as soon as they draw anything that even vaguely looks like an elf, ear. And I was like, I know, but shush!
I've never played WoW, but I know this. I can recognize people who play WoW from a mile away.
And we were like, we know, but hey!
As someone who is not a WoW player, I agree with you. I also think they should be this.
It's like, what, you know, what's the, if you're not gonna go the full then what's the point? Like, that's a half elf at that point.
I'll throw it under the bus. Dragon Age is cowards in this way. They do these tiny little fucking elf ears that you can't even see through the hair. Come on.
What's the point? I remember when I realised I know that with the elves, all of my players sort of knew that because I played WoW and they were of that, but they didn't quite agree with the half elf ears. So when Toby playing as a half elf was like, "Oh, you can't see my ears through my hair," I was like, "No, they point out. They're still pointy." Just because you're a half elf, they don't come out past your head, but you can still see them.
Yeah. It's still visible.
It's like if you put.
I'm on like
if you
two
put them on
minds with
hood,
half
they'll
elves. I
hide.
kind of let people pick. Yeah. I go back and forth between. Obviously, the ears, you have to have a little point.
Yeah.
But like the amount of elfness in features, I think, can fluctuate. I like the like.
Yeah.
You look human, but you have very like sharp features, like almost like that kind of weird, unearthly way.
Mm-hmm.
That's good shit.
What was Sanji's one for Back and Beyond in his world that his elves in his universe that his character came from had something? Did they have cat's eyes? Was that his thing?
Yeah, I think you said they have cat's eyes.
Yeah, Sanji's elves have cat's eyes, which is cool.
That's cool shit. That's one of the few things that Dragon Age elves do get, is their eyes are reflective.
Nice.
Which is crazy.
See, my headcanon for D&D that I've expressed several times, based off science of all things, is that the thing in majority of animals that allows them to see well in low light circumstances is a layer on their eye. That same layer is what causes them to have that reflective eye shine. Ergo, every race that has dark vision has reflective
Should
shiny
have
eyes.
the creepy eye.
Yeah! And I'm like, this is how it should be.
God, I'm gonna have to try and find the fucking pictures. There was a meme that went around Dragon Age fandoms for a really long time that's like, encountering a clan of Dalish elves, and it's just a picture of darkness with a bunch of yellow eyes. Wait, I'll see. Wait, I'm not getting distracted. Elf eyes meme.
Elf eyes meme.
I can't find the meme, there's too many legitimately good pieces of art. God damn this fandom. Can't find it, just trust me, it was very funny.
I'm sure it was. Although if you're creating any homebrew animal races, that's a great way to work out whether they should have dark vision or not. Is if their eyes have that reflective light, it means their eyes have that layer, which means they have good low light vision. Ergo, they must have the dark vision stat.
Man, I haven't heard this song in a hot minute. I'm encountering, because I'm listening to the Hades soundtrack, I'm encountering a bunch of songs that I don't encounter anymore.
Like the starting ones or the ending
man.
ones?
No, the ending ones, because you probably saw what happened on Twitter.
Rough.
It hurts, it hurts. I restarted today, and like, it hurts. I forgot how rough early game Hades is. I'm like, why do I keep dying? I don't understand. I can beat this game. And then I remember that, like, but the point I was at, I had like 4 dashes. I back to 1. So I'm used to be able to just go and just getting out of the way of shit, and now I can't.
Stop criticizing me in my chat. You walk in the walls
So do I,
as
but I
well.
haven't.
You...
I was gonna say.
Everybody walks in the walls.
Everybody poops.
I was gonna say I do, but I have an excuse.
Yes, you have an actual medical condition.
One of my eyes doesn't work. I don't see them coming.
Freaking look at this. Look what happens when you get like a proper poster.
What's going
work
on?
from.
Look at that. References.
References, man. And having an in-program one is great because it means they ain't got to spend literally forever trying to find one.
Try to find
You
mine.
can just make one. So, foresee me using that in the future, even if it's maybe a little cheaty to sort of just pose it and trace it, but whatever.
It's about practice. It is not about perfection. I'm looking up depictions of the labyrinth in classical art, and this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Some people had some crazy ideas for how this place looked. Some of them are like very simple. They look like hedge mazes. Some of them are like this one that I'm looking at looks like how I describe Meganhold, but in a labyrinth. It's like got tears.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Yeah. This one just looks like. This one looks like it's something straight out of the Bible or something.
Probably
Like it's
is.
very Renaissance. Very Renaissance. Also, that's the depiction of the Minotaur getting killed in the middle, but obviously they have not wanted to do like gore,
Yeah.
so they've just bent the neck back and it's just like at this angle. it's really
like a
funny.
Pez
Hang on, I'll see.
dispenser.
Open image, a new tab, copy, enjoy, enjoy chat
Let's have a
to
look.
everything that's going on in this fucking picture.
It literally looks like a pen dispenser.
I don't know who these two are meant. Like, I know who exactly two of these people are meant to be, and there's 5 people in the picture. I also love that the sword does not look like it looks like it's still sheathed. It's just whacking it with the end of it.
But, sir, that is not how you use it. What is that grip? That's not how you hold a sword.
He's a baseball bat.
Donk.
Also, can we appreciate the plumage?
Oh,
How
you got-
Renaissance medieval is this?
I know, freaking plumage and full plate armor increase
I want to know
times.
who the fuck is this person in the top left?
Who's the dead guy? I'm gonna assume he's dead. Who is he? Is this part of a larger picture? Is there meant to be
I
something
think it
going
must be.
Is there something going on up top that we
Wait,
can't see?
there must be because there's another pair of feet there.
Do a reverse
Hang on,
image
let me see if I
search.
can. Oh fuck you, Pinterest. Thank you. Oh, there it is. This is a thing I'm gonna fall down now. Hang on a minute.
Go to horny jail, bonk.
I swear to God, I've ended up on like 4 different sites now where they don't cite the fucking image. Wikipedia, please save me. You normally insist on citing your shit.
Ooh, tea! Please tell me you found it.
I have not!
Oh.
But I have found an image that's more zoomed out!
Right.
And let me tell you, it doesn't give you less questions.
Good. Excellent. Please.
Whatever answers you are expecting, get rid of them. What is happening?
Oh god, why are there?
Hey,
why are there
this is
centaurs?
still not the full picture. There's just a random skull next to that dude in the top left now. Shout out to the guy.
his?
I don't know. Renaissance art's not normally that graphic.
His face
Shout out
is
to
like-
the guy above the centaur on the right who is like in a position that should not be possible for a human being. That's like how the Yu-Gi-Oh characters are drawn. You can't do that with your arms. That guy's got a trident for some reason.
He's not even paying attention to the centaur though.
Google. I think I might have found the name of the artist. Give me a moment.
I mean, why are there centaurs in this picture?
Why they've drawn the Minotaur as a centaur, I don't know if they made that distinction. Shit, I found an explanation, but it's all in a language that I don't speak. Hang on. It was painted in 1510 to 1520. It took 10 years to paint.
Wow.
Oh wow, the full piece is huge. Holy shit. This is the whole story of Theseus in one picture.
Oh.
And it makes a lot more sense because I can't emphasize how zoomed in the section we've been looking at is. Suddenly, the fact that it all looks a little odd makes sense because it's such a tiny part of this picture. Wait, have I just put the wrong... I might have just given you the wrong address. No, I haven't. That's the full picture.
Yeah, Stacy found it, just as you did.
Beat me to it.
Bloody hell! I mean,
Right.
there's so much going on. I mean, again, the Renaissance plate mail.
Yeah, the styling it up is like... Mwah.
I don't even know where to start.
There's so much to say. There's so much to say. basically all I can find about it is that it tells the story of Theseus. It's housed in a museum in Florence, and it took 10 years to paint.
Wow.
There we go. That's a fun tangent. It's a fun tangent for us.
We always love a good tangent.
Yeah, as an art-related tangent, at least.
True.
What have you done, Stacey? Oh no, it's a link to the Tate. What are you about to show me? Thank you for that, Frog.
Why did I decide to do this? This is always the hardest part of any character for me. It's just designing whatever the hell they're wearing.
Yeah, I've realised this recently because they did update art of the Critical Role cast, and I was like, I still do not think about what my D&D characters wear.
Same. It's like, I basically designed Del's original armour in Hero Forge on a Hero Forge mini, and then basically just drew that whenever I drew her. And now that I'm drawing her here, I'm like, she needs new armour, because Das has said that he's gonna run Lunsand 2, which is 80 years in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like, after 80 years,
So
she's gonna
she
have
would
new
update it, yeah.
She would have new armour. Like, the kind of thing I was going with is that the armour she had was kind of the armour she was forced to wear. And, now she doesn't have to wear it anymore, so I'm like, well, what would she wear that is more her own choice? And I'm just like, I don't know how to design things like this. So now I'm looking at World of Warcraft.
Big mood. Very fair.
Like, it would still be very functional, but it would at least have more colour in it this time.
Yeah, this is the thing with my characters. I either think of them as wearing like a very practical armor, Glory, or a very specific look, but I have no idea how you would get armor in it, Posey. This person has constructed a wooden model of what they think the labyrinth looks like, and it looks like a design for a map in a video game, to me.
Dope.
It's not very labyrinthine, but it certainly looked cool. See, this is the way... It's always depicted very, like... In mosaics and things, it's always depicted very, like symmetrical. Is there a word for symmetrical, but, like, on a cross? I don't... You know what I mean? Like, in quadrants that are all the same.
A full way symmetrical.
Yeah. Or as, like, round and like a hedge maze.
Yeah.
But that's more decorative than like a... I think they're meant to be more decorative pieces than anything. One of these mosaics I think I have seen in real ass life, which is pretty sick. I always forget that in like classical depictions of Theseus, he always looks like the worst. It's like, all of history has agreed that you were terrible. Okay, I promise I will stop getting distracted. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
But chat, this one's we won't distract Blue, but like
You gonna bed?
please enjoy this.
Fair enough. Yeah, we do. Fair enough, then.
Hello?
Hello?
Why did they make it so small?
Hello?
Again,
Is someone
Renaissance artists doing the best with the costuming, but like Why is his hand so tiny? I get the Renaissance artists didn't believe in scale, like, that's not how they did things, but like... That's very funny. Especially when, like, Theseus's sword is still that big! It's like, that's bigger than the Minotaur is! Oh. Fuck, that's funny. Do you know what's satisfying looking at this? That other people are facing the same quandary that I am. Like, obviously, like, some of these pieces of art, like, they've obviously had to think about the same thing that I am, which is, Daedalus and Icarus, like, flew out of here, so it must have some amount of elevation difference. And I can see that, like, people have tried sloping it, or making it on a hill, or having a tower in the middle. It's like, you've also thought about this. And that is, like, a good connection to humanity moment. Helpful Frog is here to aid in armor design. See, with Dell, you can always lean on raven feathers.
I know! Don't call me
When
out!
in doubt.
Don't call me out!
I didn't even tab in, but I was right.
God damn it! Angrily slurps tea.
Look, I'm not judging. You think I haven't thought about giving Fenrir a cloak that's all magpie feathers? Please!
So in this case,
The
in
You
this
Died
case,
music in Hades just came on, I was like... Why did I die?
War and tease.
Like, wait, what? What killed me? This is also, I'd never hear it go on this long because I normally have like pressed continue at this point. The only time I hear it go on this long is when I've died in a really fucking dumb way and I'm mad about it.
Just sitting there angrily.
just like take my headphones off and have to walk around for a while. Look, that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, the stripe is too signature for her. Maybe if she lives in future. Unfortunately, she would have to obtain those feathers. And she only has so many birds. I think maybe, I don't know, depending on how things go in Oakheart in the future, now that I'm free from the confines of character creators, I might just go nuts with costuming. Because I won't have to think about how I'm going to model it. That's true. But the drama. Okay, I'm putting off doing the thing I said I was going to do. Remember to take your meds, kids.
Reminder to stay hydrated, kids.
That too. Whoops, I had my mic on the whole time. Sorry.
It's fine, we didn't really hear anything.
Get the good slurp noise.
Sure. Oh, really?
I should have done the worst one first and got it out of the way, and then done the second one. Ooh.
Ew.
Damn, I really popped off with this paragraph, huh? Good job, past me. Hell yes, I would wear that in my real ass life.
Everyone wants to rock a sash.
Okay. It wasn't as bad as I remembered it being. It's not so much content as it is just presentation, which is harder to fix. Okay. Is it in the right... I need to go through the questions. Is it in the right tense? This is the first thing. What are the fucking questions? Is it in the right tense? Is it in the right person? Is it in the right order? There's another one, I can't remember. Is it in the right tense? I think yes. Is it in the right person? Maybe. Is it in the right order? I think no. So where is the notebook? this was a shopping list in here, and then I actually read it, and I was like, what?
What is it?
What kind of shopping list is this? I'll tell you what's on it, and see if you can work out what it's for. Wine. Dino mayo. Dino egg. Underneath that, dino egg, brackets. Prismatic shard. Ancient fruit. Void salmon. Caviar.
This is a recipe for something. A game recipe.
It's a good guess. It is the things you need for the last bundle in Stardew Valley. I was in the mood for whatever fucking reason to play Stardew Valley the other day, and I was gonna restart it, but I was like, I haven't technically finished my, like, I'm on year 3 one. And I had those are the last things I need to complete the game. And let me tell you, obtaining none of those things is easy. I've been trying to obtain caviar, which is the easiest on that list. And let me tell you, that has not been easy at all. Look at those boys! What good lads.
Let me see, show me the good boys. Hey!
They're in the chat.
Look at them, excellent
Those good boys.
boys.
I love how, like, everyone has, like, awkward family photo energy, and then Hurry's just so excited to be there. Hurry's like, yay! Very on brand. Love that boy a lot.
Wonderful, wonderful boy that we all love.
Good, wonderful boy. Okay. Same events. Okay. Not events. What am I trying to do? What am I doing? Google Docs has a suggest edits button now. Where was that when I was doing my fucking degree?
But is it any good?
Let me just... I imagine it's just like the comments feature, but you can just do it. Oh, right. I can't do it because it's my own document. But I imagine it's just like commenting, but you can just do it, I guess. I don't know.
I guess maybe it has an option where you can type in what you think the edit should be, and if the person likes it, maybe they can hit a button and it'll replace it.
I know a couple other systems that can do that. But yeah, it's also good for when I was doing my degree, you weren't allowed, so if you were editing someone's work, you weren't allowed to like replace anything, even if it was just like add a comma. You had to type, like put a comment on it and put a comma here. You weren't allowed to just put a comma in for someone, because plagiarism. Even if you were doing it on paper, like you had to like circle it or whatever.
Yeah.
So that would have been more useful than the way that we had to do it. I guess like it's always had a suggesting mode, but I guess it's easier to access than that. That's what I usually put you guys on when I give you my work to actually edit. Not when I'm just giving it to you because I want you to see it. If I actually want feedback on it, that's why I put you guys in. Right, what the fuck am I doing? Okay.
least this is one little nerdy detail I can be semi-proud of.
What you doing?
The bottom of the boots.
Boost
looks
of
like-
haste?
No, they're not boots of haste, but
Oh, no.
they're just boots. But the bottom of the boots look like they have tiny little raven claws on them. And the point
Yeah, they say they're like a little talon.
and the point of that, aside from the fact that her job rank is talon, the point of that is that they help her grip onto surfaces, since she has the second story ability from Rogue, which just lets her frickin' parkour up things. So her beats have little tiny hooks.
Hey. Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna restructure the start of this. Finally. God, if anyone ever finds my, like, writing, like, pages I have next to me while I'm writing to take little scribble notes on, they're gonna think I'm fucking crazy. You'll think I have, like, an alternate language.
I mean, you do basically, because it's your own shorthand, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. But I have, like, symbols for emphasizing different senses. And they're really, like, they used to be really obvious what they are, but they're not anymore. Some of them are easy, like if I put this, da-da-da, that just means I want it to be more feeling-y.
Yeah.
But then I have ones that look like this.
Okay, sight. No?
Yeah,
Sight
visuals. Emphasis on visuals. This is a rare one, but I do use it.
Lower the tone.
Not quite. It looks like an arrow when you put it like that, actually. No, that's taste. Very rare that I have to use that one.
Ah, okay.
And then this guy. This is easy.
Ah, hearing, sound.
Hearing, sound. And then the other two are really easy as well. Just like that one, and then just... It's normally just that is what ends up happening. So I have this one, which is smell, and that one.
Texture.
Yeah, touch. It was, like, at one point in my life that was a full hand. But now it's just that. But it's like, I told you that those were senses. If you saw a sheet of paper with, like, some words and then one, like, a couple of these, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Oh, I probably would.
Yeah, if you knew they were mine, you'd probably work it out pretty quick. But yeah, I normally draw those at the top of a piece of paper just to be like, remember these, use these, you dummy. Don't just explain things. Sensory detail, you dummy.
You dangus.
Pretty words can come later. It's not vivid, it doesn't matter.
I told Spook about the trap.
Stacey, oh no, carry on.
Oh, sorry, we talked at the same time. I told Spook about the trap that I apparently fall into on streams, which is what has happened tonight, which is when I don't know what I want to draw, I end up drawing what I do for my sketch. And I said I don't know what I'm going to draw tonight, and thus I have started.
Yeah.
I've been continuing with the sketch.
But look at that, Jesus. That is some fun high-level armor.
You know, it doesn't help that I'm essentially trying to design armor from scratch on a side view, which wasn't the intention of the drawing. Because this was meant to be the sketch, it was meant to be just a cool pose.
It was meant to be like a gesture drawing.
Yeah, it was meant to be a cool pose to warm up, and now I'm like, oh, but armor, and now I'm just shooting myself in the foot because I'm trying to design armor from a profile view, and it's like, that's not how you design armor.
Technically, quote unquote, move on from the sketch layer by next to it drawing a front view, so you have two references.
Yeah.
Like a concept art sheet.
That's true.
And then you've technically done a sketch drawing and then a normal drawing, but it's the same drawing, you know? Yes, my answer to you, Stacey, by the way, was yes, but only if you take all of mine. They drive me insane constantly. Someone else should have to deal with them. I've been in my OC feelings the last few days. Partly because, oh, I could show you, but I'm not going to because I don't want to get up. I sorted through every single note I have ever taken as a DM.
Oof.
It took the better part of 4 hours, and now it's all in one folder.
Nice.
But, oh my god, we have played this game for too long.
I mean, we know.
I was like, Jesus, how long ago was that? Found all my stuff from like Meganhold.
Oof.
All my stuff about like Kane and stuff. And I was like, Jesus, I haven't thought about Kane in a while.
Me neither.
Miss that boy.
Same, actually. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's doing good.
You're the DM!
Like...
What do you mean? You hope he's doing well.
It's on pause in my brain because otherwise I will not stop thinking about it between now and January.
Oh, it's like
As I've discovered this week.
Oh, it's like rendering in video games. If it's not in view, it's not rendered.
I have to have the chunk loaded. You've crossed the fucking damper in, and now I don't have to think about Megan Hop anymore. Fuck, what's that? Yeah, Danbury's that one. That's one. Too Big River. Which one is which? Danbury, I think, is that one. Damn, the Hades soundtrack really does like pop off frequently. Oh, this is the Minotaur song. That's appropriate. Hey, Das.
Hi, yes.
Right. We're doing good, even if we are very sleepy.
Very tired. So the stream will probably not go as long as it normally does. I'm very tired, and I still have a lot of stuff to do when I get up in the morning, even though it's my day off. It's not really a day off because I have stuff to do. Which is why Spook has also gone to bed, because he was like, we have a lot of stuff to do in the morning. Oh yes, funny seeing you here. It's not like she lives rent-free in my brain like everyone else's OCs.
That's very much the topic of conversation we were on. I demand some of these OCs stop paying rent. I have too many. At least Posey. If she's gonna take up the most fucking room, she can pay rent. That's like 80, Das. You missed the Renaissance Minotaurs, I'm afraid.
Oh no, that's a good thing. Oh no. The Minotaur should not be painted to look like it goes.
Yeah. Can probably find worse ones than that, to be fair. We refuse to elaborate.
Nope. You weren't here, you had to be here for it. You had to see it.
God, this song... This is a song that plays in Hades where I frequently get my ass kicked, so it's just like... I'm like in fight or flight mode for no reason.
I'm still not used to these buttons. Which one's the mask? There we go, there's the mask.
How does this thing work? Why did you do that?
Mistakes were made.
invented floating eyes again. My lecturer somewhere. It's just,
His
just
eyes
drawn
drifted across
some
the
eyes.
room.
His eyes scanned the sky. I know exactly what she would fucking draw. She would draw like an eyeball with like lasers coming out of them, doing a little scan. That's what she would draw. Speaking of people who live rent free in my brain. Puddled is an excellent word. Should be used more often. Yes, puddled. As in, like, water puddles, you know.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. It's the past tense of, yeah. It is a word. That even made me think it's not a word.
No, it is a
I'm
word.
very sure it is.
No, it's a word.
Yes, okay. I think in this context, though, I definitely mean pooled.
Yeah, pulled probably is the more common term. Puddled is definitely something that happens.
Is a little British.
Yeah, it's also very cutesy. It's the sort of thing that happens
Yeah.
on a rainy day.
That would be okay in this instance, but yes. Yeah, it's very Paddington.
Yeah.
This is the art stream where everyone's just fucking tired. Everyone is tired. This is the thing though. I'm shattered at the moment because I'm trying to do something. The minute I'm like, time for bed, I get in my pajamas, I go to bed, I'll be wide the fuck awake. I would put money on it.
So maybe you should get into pajamas now.
To be fair, they're not far off what I'm wearing.
It's Aww. I was literally about to say something, and then what Dash said actually threw me off, and I was just like, oh.
Disarmed. Surprise attack.
Sneak attack into my heart. I was like, aww.
D&D, how's that way? I can see what you're listening to as well, and I'm very familiar with it, so I get it.
It's a really nice song. And every time I hear it, I'm like, oh yes, Dodger has an amazing singing voice.
Dodger can fucking sing. I always am reminded of this when I'm watching Dodger stream and she just like sings something like idly. And I'm like, fuck, you can sing, huh?
Yeah, didn't you know
that's Dukes.
Look at the thing! Look at the description on the
Dodger can
screen.
fucking sing.
Besso's on the piano, and Dodger is doing the vocals in this song.
Yeah.
Dodger is an amazing singer.
Yeah.
And it's one of the like I said, it's always like I forget about it, and then this song pops on, and I'm like, oh,
And then,
yes.
I used to be reminded of this every year because Resident Enos used to be on my Halloween playlist. Which is a startling way to be reminded that both Dodger and Markiplier can sing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mark as well. I don't have any references
Yeah.
for Mark, but I can imagine he is a good singer because he just has a
Resident Enos.
He just has a good voice.
He does, yeah. But no, Dodger did a Twitch. I think she's had to take it down because of DMCA, but she did a Twitch sings thing where she did like a bunch of Disney songs, and like she did Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She did like all the, because it made her do all the villagers parts and everything as well.
Oh, really?
Like the I need 6 eggs. It's too expensive. So she just fucking did all of them. It was great, including Gaston's part.
Amazing.
So good. Because like it was like a program, like it was one of those programs where you just searched a song and then it put it into like a SingStar format.
Ah, right.
So like it didn't like differentiate the vocal parts at all.
I mean, isn't that what we do anyway when we sing Disney songs?
Yeah, when I sing that song, I do not differentiate the parts at all. Apart from in how ridiculous the voice is. No, I learnt this the other day because when I was playing Stardew Valley. I have my musicals playlist on, and like, I legit gave myself a sore throat from singing too much.
That happens quite
I was just
frequently.
bopping all day. Yeah. Especially doing parts that like I can't sing in general, but like parts that are really out of my vocal range. Yeah, exactly. You do all the lines, you do all the parts. Which, as someone who's been listening to a lot of Les Mis recently, very difficult. Try and do one day more, but do all the parts.
I say that far too frequently. Just the one line, because every time at work it's like, oh, we've only got one day more of this or one day more of this, and every time
One day
from
more.
across the building you'll hear me scream, one day more. Eventually somebody's gonna throw something at me for doing it.
Yeah. I have it with a couple things at this point, and like again, like very few people, like a couple people have like one or two overlapping musicals with me, but fortunately with you, like if I say that I have it always with "Do you hear that sound?" in video games?
That beautiful sound.
There we go.
Ooh,
Oh, what's it? I mean, what were you gonna say?
it's sort of unrelated. I asked Astus the other day,
Oh,
but
no.
he said no. Do you watch the Has Been Hotel / Hell of a Boss cartoons
No.
on YouTube? Because they released a new
I'm afraid
they
not.
released a new Hell of a Boss episode, and freaking
Mm-hmm.
Alex Brightman does a voice in it,
Oh my god.
and he literally is doing the.
I keep encountering Alex Brightman in other musicals where he's not credited, and I'm like, because he's not on the like Spotify like listed artist. I'm just like, it's Alex Brightman.
Yeah. And
He's
it's-
in
it's not
fucking,
I mean, he does sing a song.
35 millimeters, and
Yeah.
it throws me off every time.
He does sing the song, but it's it's also dialogue because it is a cartoon. But literally, just
Yeah.
as he literally the character comes on stage and is just like, "Hey, everybody," and I'm like,
Alex Brightman?
"Sir."
He has one of those voices. And the thing is as well, sometimes when he's in things, he's using his like more jazzy tones, but then he'll say like one word and I'm like, Beetlejuice?
I mean, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what the cartoon is like because he's basically doing that voice. And they've even put like
Yeah.
they've put
It's
like a
the same
robotic
with-
thing on it as well because he's meant to be playing. He's like a robot
Yeah.
character, so it's got the croakiness with a robotic thing on top of it. And I was just like, "What are you doing in this cartoon on YouTube?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?" I mean, I had the same.
Alex Brightman turns up in weird places.
I mean, I
I've
had the same
discovered.
reaction when I watched the first episode of Hell of a Boss because the voice of Invader Zim is in it as well, and I was like, "Why are you
Oh
here?"
my god. It's like, it's time to be yeeted.
It's such a combo.
It's like when you find out the guy who plays Orpheus also was Peter Parker
Yeah.
in the Spider-Man musical.
Yeah.
Because then you have to remember, not only was the Spider-Man musical thing, but also that he's now Orpheus.
I'll race you.
Oh man. What did I have that with the other day where I was like, oh, it's you.
Oh.
Always fucking forget. I rewatch Wolverine and the X-Men every now and again. And the Liam O'Brien is Nightcrawler, but he does the German voice for Nightcrawler. So it's like, Caleb?
He uses a
It's
German.
the same voice!
He uses a German accent in Carmen San Diego, but it's not quite the same because he's playing a villain.
It's not
in
the same.
that.
No, it's exactly the same.
It's
voice.
exactly the same.
It's even a little stronger, but it's exactly the same.
It's because the accent, the voice is the same, but the mannerisms isn't because Caleb's.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, you know, he's a bit more softer and shy, whereas because he's playing a villain in this one, it's
Yeah.
like, yes, the Germans. And I'm like,
Oh,
sir,
right, yeah.
Sir, you need to tone it
So,
down.
I'm just thinking of fucking... But yeah, the Alex Brightman specifically always gets me, because I will be listening to, Das will know this, but when I'm listening to anything from 35mm, so like Ballad of Sarah Berry, I never always say that name wrong, and then Leave Luann, he has a lot of backing stuff in that show. So he's like perfectly part of the harmony, and then he'll have like one line and he'll say it a certain way and you're like, Alex? why are you in this? Since I listened to that show, Das, I've seen Lindy. Is it Lindy Mendez who sings that song? Like in like everything. Like, I wasn't aware she was in so much. I don't. This is the thing. I don't know if Posey will have that talk with Lyle. I would love it if she fucking did, but I certainly want to out of character. Oh. Like we need to have a talk about some of this. My boy, I've said it too many times. Look at this good concept art you're doing.
Thank you. It's the closest thing to like actual concept art that I've done in a very long time, because I am literally creating a concept. But I've literally I've done it very backwards because I did not intend to make a concept at the start, which is obviously why the initial pose is so bad.
It's fine.
I did not come here to make concept art, but here we are.
We are. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. And sometimes that means making concept art. That's fair enough. This is a song from this game that I have not heard, which makes me think it's credits music. What soundtrack am I going for? Celeste? Sure.
Well, this is still Dell, you can tell because of that right there. The old tells. There you go. That's how you can tell. I would say technically the ears would be too long since the kid is a half-elf, so she would have the shorter ears. Well, she's three quarters, so...
Oh my god, I've just found a 2-hour mix of just Professor Layton music. Hell yes!
Nice. Yeah. So, to catch you up on what happened with this drawing, Das, is that in typical me fashion of when I don't know what I want to draw, I end up drawing the warm-up sketch, and the warm-up sketch just becomes what I'm going to draw. Which is why the pose is not suitable for what this has devolved into, because what this has devolved into is me designing armour, hence all these bits here. But obviously a side shot is a god-awful pose for designing armour. That's not what I sent out to do initially. Yeah, pretty much. It was just meant to be a motion shot. Girls are vibing. Them good Professor Layton lines. Yeah,
The Professor Layton music slaps so much.
No joke, that's literally what happened. Is as I got through the pose, I did the pose, I did the sketch of Dell, and then when I came to draw the armour, I was going to draw her old armour, but then I was like, oh, I should draw what her current armour would be, because after 80 years she'd be wearing something different. Which is what this evolved into. This evolved into designing what her current armour would be. Which is really bad from a side view. I really should have done a front view for that. But hey-oh, change my... See, I got to like there, and I was like, well, I need to put armour on it now. Which is where this is.
Blue, I was just like, maybe I should get up and like... Maybe I should put my pajamas on, and I turned, and I just... I seriously can't leave this room.
Pray tell the stream girls, why can you not leave your bedroom without laughing?
Sometimes it's Sunday and you have to redo your blackboard, and sometimes you're in like a weird fucking mood and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna put a meme on my blackboard because I've been feeling like shit recently, so I'm just gonna put a meme on here. And you load up your phone and you go into your like downloads folder, and you just, the first one you see, you're like, perfect, and so you just like draw it on as like a joke to yourself, and then you're like, fuck, I know this makes me laugh too much. Wait. Hello, camera. It's like, it's not even like a good art. I just literally drew a circle and a shape, and I was like, this is Kika.
It is.
But I like stumbled backwards into this chair and could not stop laughing until I sent it to you. And me and Blue were like talking to each other on Discord, but we were both like weeping. But now every time I was like, well, I have to fucking leave it there because it made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
But now every time I turn around, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get up and leave my room. There it is. Unfortunately, it's on this side of the door,
My
and it
jaw
opens
hurts.
inward, so I have not had to explain it yet.
No, you need to explain it to someone.
But if my dad has to come and find, because this is his stuff here, like if my dad has to come into this room, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, my jaw hurts.
But it's also like the meme that expresses how I've been feeling for the last 2 weeks the best. So it was like a double thing of like, also this is funny, but also it's accurate. I nearly erased the Kika and tried to draw a posy on it, but I liked the Kika too much.
I told you when I made this meme is my magnum opus. I would never do anything better than this.
It's replicable. I also love that our two respective Kikas are expressing very different but similar moods.
It's about the emotion.
Mine is in like existential despair. Yours is just like exhausted but awake.
Oh dear god. Oh, my mouth.
But yeah,
hurts.
I don't quite have your knack for bird shapes, but it's pretty good.
It's really good. Besides, it's mostly blob. It's barely recognizable. It's only recognizable as a bird in the base concept of it's got a beak and wings.
Yeah, basically. Obviously, you can't do sparkles in chalk with one color, but not without effort anyway. And that is anything. I also would recommend everyone, if you're having a bad day, get something where you can like erase and just write the words, I can't fucking take it seriously, I am at my limit. It's very therapeutic. You can probably tell by how aggressively that's written. I really went to town with it. There we go. I've derailed the stream for long enough.
Oh dear.
One day that'll stop being funny to me and Blue. It won't be soon, but one day.
I briefly changed Kika's profile picture to this as well.
Yeah, I remember. You did it mid-session, because I remember.
It may well still be like that because it was the
It
last
is.
session.
It is. Fuck, Professor Layton music just popped off constantly. I forgot all about this, and I'm listening to it, I'm like, hell yeah! It's just a violin just going apeshit. It's great! I haven't played Professor Layton game in like a long time. Fuck, I want to play Professor Layton. I'm back, what did I miss? Nothing. Like, legitimately just me and Blue laughing about each other.
I didn't realise you'd come. We've just been laughing at the meme for like 10 minutes.
You missed nothing.
We literally have only just got back on topic. We were just laughing at the meme.
Just you going off about the birds? No, you were just laughing.
No birds, just laughing.
Just laughter. Oh my god, this song fucking awakens some memories. Jesus Christ, I've been yeeted. What is this from? Which game is it? It's from the first one. This is the puzzle solve music. No, this is the town music from the first game. Jesus Christ. I couldn't listen to this. I had to mute my DS at night if this song came on because it creeped me out too much. Sorry, I'm having like a yeet experience. Hiccups.
It's because I've been laughing so hard.
This is what art can do, people. I don't know, like every time I draw something good on this board, I'm like, what the fuck do I follow this with? Do you know what meme I was gonna draw? The whole reason I was like, I'm gonna draw a meme. I'll find it. I don't know if I saved it. I thought I had, which is why I opened my phone. I don't think I actually did. No, I didn't. Hang on, I'll find it. God, this music is taking me back. Holy shit. If any of the rest of people in chat used to play the first Professor Layton game, go and look up Walking in the Village from the soundtrack and be yeast back in time with me.
Ooh, whoops.
It was this one. If I can get my...
Share if you don't think.
Cause like, yeah. Okay, I do actually need to write. I've written like 4 lines. Yeah, make a version of that meme, but with Sophie and it's just Posey, and that would be it, basically. Sophie's not good. I haven't watched enough Ghibli movies to have a good comparison with Posey. Because Sophie doesn't... I mean, she's closer to Howl than Sophie now.
Have you watched Kiki?
Yes, but it was a long time ago. Not recently.
Well, it's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, I might give it a watch. I might give it a rewatch. I also need to rewatch. Is it Princess Mononoke?
Yes.
I haven't watched that.
Love
I know it's your like fave.
Love it. It's honestly.
Sounds like I need to rewatch
it is a. It's a.
Because I watch Howl
close.
at this point like once a month.
It's very close between Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away, which, if anything, shows how good Spirited Away
I
is.
love Spirited Away.
But it is close to toppling Mononoke for my favourite, despite obviously the wolves. But I do love the wolves.
Everything.
I love everything.
Yeah, Howl is definitely my favourite. 100%. Like that movie's important to me. And then probably Spirited Away. I haven't watched it enough. I liked Totoro, but it wasn't like super as remarkable as I thought it would be.
Yeah, same. I like it. Obviously, I have a plushie Totoro
Yeah.
I'm listening on, but nah. I
Totoro
get-
is great. Like as a character, I love Totoro.
Yeah, it's.
But,
I mean,
like,
yeah. I think
In the movie, I'm like,
I can see the appeal. I think it is definitely one that is more of a younger audience than some of the other Ghiblis, perhaps.
yeah. Just find us. Like I watched. The only reason this is real, I've even seen any Ghibli movies, is because when I was younger, Channel 4 in the run up to Christmas did one a day. and I caught like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Similar, I
I
think.
caught Howls, which I think I had seen before. Spirited Away I had seen before. And then I'd watched Totoro and I think Kiki's.
I think one of the ones that I didn't see Kiki's, but I caught Ponyo.
Yeah, I've never seen Ponyo.
Yeah, the one that we watched, Sanji, was Pompoko, I believe, is the one about the raccoons, which is very different from a lot of Ghibli ones. That's one of the early ones, Pompoko is. We just randomly watched it because it was on Netflix. But yeah, I probably had Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, probably then Howls, and then after that I'm less certain because I've only seen them once or twice at that point. Because I just tend to rewatch Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away.
Yeah, the gap between amount of times I have seen Howls and the rest of Studio Ghibli movies is massive.
Yeah.
I have seen, like, of the Studio Ghibli movies I've watched most of them maybe once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle I've watched like 6 times this year.
Yeah. I mean,
When they put that movie on Netflix, it was over for me.
God, I do love Spirited Away though. Like I said, the two are so.
Spirited Away is fucking great.
The two are so close for me. It's almost impossible for me to pick Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away, because God, Spirited Away is fantastic.
It's real good.
But Princess Mononoke is just like
Your vibes.
it's yeah, obviously massive wolves, forest spirits, good stuff. Angry woman.
I don't know, is how my vibe? I don't know.
What, closeted wizard? Obviously.
First of all, fuck you, I am not closeted.
Fair. Fair.
That's the part of that I take offense to. There's so many other roasts you could have gone for. Over dramatic. Petty. Roasting Howl is one of my favorite things. Even though it's like a character, he's really important for me. Like, I will roast the shit out of that boy.
I mean, you see his bedroom, so magpie, yes.
Literally, Howl's bedroom is like the dream. I want just, oh, it's so pretty. Exactly, Jazz. Exactly. What do I have to do to give up greater gay energy? Right, writing. I meant to be writing. Do you know, it's funny you mentioned that, Daz. I didn't realize until I, like, put that outfit on that outfit is literally one that Hal wears in a scene. Like, it's exactly... Hal has the whole outfit that I have. Yeah, I feel that. I'm like 50% Sophie, 50% Howl, depending on the day.
Yeah, I can relate to Kiki for those reasons as well.
Definitely need to rewatch that movie.
It doesn't come across because of the perspective, but at least with the concept bits that I pointed out, I've tried to put a little bit of asymmetry in it this time. With this sort of sash thing going on around her waist.
We love some asymmetry.
Whereas her original outfit was very symmetrical, because again, it was basically kind of something she was being forced to wear, more than something she chose.
Yeah. We love subtle character detail. I like that you're doing this because it's making me actually, like, think.
Yeah, I'm actually, like,
I could have kept going with that sentence, but I didn't need to.
I'm in, like, actual design mode, which very rarely occurs for me these days.
Yeah.
Because normally I'm
It used to be like when I was younger. Yeah. When I was younger, I used to be the person who would like sketch outfits for my characters. I'd be like a little like model with little clothes, but I wasn't very good at drawing, so it was always some version of just like a shirt.
And there's a reason when I was little, all I drew was like Pokemon and animals, is because I didn't have to worry about clothing.
That's true. But like, man, I should like think about that stuff again.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going full over the
fun.
top, like, it's not a full cape of feathers that I just can't be asked to draw. It is literally almost like just the little bit around the mantle and the shoulders.
Yeah. I think a lot about, especially because I love a good cape, but also edit mode. Like, love a good cape, but I'm always thinking, like, how do I make sure this character doesn't die because of it?
Yeah, you want it to be practical. It's like, thankfully we don't live in
Like,
a universe that has jet engines.
If we're talking for, like a crazy wizard person who doesn't do a lot of, like, moving about, they can have the ridiculous mantle cloak thing. But, like, when I'm, like, thinking about Fenna, I'm like, well, Fenna's cloak stops at, like, the back of her knees, because otherwise she's gonna fall over.
Yeah, Dell's cloak is very much the lightweight concealment, very thin, so there's like literally like no weight to it, which is great because it means when I draw it, it can be very light and flowy.
Yeah. Get a lot of movement in it.
Which is my favourite way to draw cloaks, as you can tell.
Stacey, have fun picking one. There's too many good K-pop outfits for Posey. Posey would basically works in any outfit that is like dark blue and purple and thotty. So go nuts. Yeah, it's different if you're like a character from like a cold place where like thick wool cloaks are part of what's keeping you alive.
Yeah, that's what Spook said to me about Alistair. It's like both Damara and Alistair had cloaks, but they were both very
Yeah.
different because as a ranger, his was literally like keep off the wet, whereas Damara's is
Yeah.
keep off the light.
Yeah, it's about obscuring shape and stuff. And then again, if you're a wizard, it's about drama. The three types of cloaks: warmth, obscuring, and drama.
The only real stats that matter in D&D.
Oh my god. Catch me making an RPG with just those stats. It's basically how I make characters. Like, practicality, like, shiftiness and drama is basically... if I made that into a triangle, I could put every NPC and OC I've ever made on that.
Would help if I unlocked the layer brain.
Yeah. Oh my god, what how game? What? Oh, this is also Curious Village. Curious Village is clearly the one I have the most nostalgia for. Because every time one comes up from Curious Village, I'm like, hell yeah! Okay, I'm gonna extinguish this candle real quick because it's beginning to smell very strongly of pumpkin in here, and I'm aware that, like, people have to sleep on this floor other than me. Just a sec. My Google Docs has really got to a point where it doesn't correct names for me anymore. I've made these damn Google Docs accept too many weird spellings. It's not correcting me on Daedalus, probably because I made it accept the word Distreus so many times.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie.
Hello.
Wow, we made it so far this week.
No.
Before noise crimes.
It's because Dad stayed up late because he wasn't in work tomorrow. I'm gonna come over here?
Ah.
Absolutely not. Come on. Come on. Come in petting range. Please.
My head.
Come in petting range.
You know you want the pets.
Please. No. Oh. Cats.
Abandoned.
Cats, everybody.
This is why you have dogs. I have accidentally taught Phoebe the word cuddle. So I like go down in the morning and once in the evening and I'm like, do you want cuddles? And she'll get really excited and her tail will start going. And she'll run into the living room because there's a sofa in there that she's actually allowed onto.
Oh.
And I'll sit down and be like, do you want cuddles? And she'll come and she'll just, like, I don't know if this is a Spaniels thing or a Phoebe thing, but Phoebe just loves to, like, put her whole body weight on you. She just wants to full body collapse onto you. And she'll just, like, literally just come up to me and just... It's a spaniel thing. Yeah, we've had, what, 4 in this house? Like, Lily wasn't so bad. But then Lily wasn't that kind of dog. Nigella is definitely not that kind of dog, so maybe it's just like a very sleepy spaniel thing. Or a Springer's thing, because both Lily and Nigella were cockers. Love spaniels. Good dogs. Excellent babies. Very silly. Love it when they wag their tails and it like does this to their whole body. Springers are crazy.
It's probably
Yeah,
why,
right.
it's probably why they're called springers.
Yeah. Well, it's because when they get excited, they do this thing where they like hop on their front legs.
Aw.
It's
Bless.
very cute. Phoebe's too lazy to do it a lot, but when she like really like is playing and wants to go out the back, she'll start doing it. It's so cute. They like to spring. They're just also the crazy ones of the spaniel family. Yeah, right? They can jump. Yeah. Boing, 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 boing. That is what they're like. Good babies. Good dogs.
I feel like that's sort of it. Well, I don't think there's anything much.
You there?
I don't think there's much else to add before you start getting too cluttered.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you've got like the major shapes and the detail.
Well, instead of advancing further, I may call it there. 'Cause as I said,
Yeah, I'm pretty shattered to be
Yeah.
honest.
we're both tired.
I'm not making much progress because I'm just like slowly.
Yeah, like this is the
We
point where
went for nearly 3 hours.
yeah, this is the point where really I would start lining, and I really don't think I have lining in me right now.
A little is better than none.
Yep. Which means that, of course, this is going to get thrown onto the not finished pile.
That's fine.
We've been at this for nearly 2 months, and I've technically only ever finished 2 pictures.
It's okay. At least you're doing something.
Yes, that is the important thing.
Technically, I haven't finished anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Spoo's gonna elbow me in the morning and be like, are you gonna do what I suggested? Because his suggestion was to do a concept for the new character, and I ended up doing a concept for an old character instead.
For an old character. A new version of an old character.
God
That's
damn it.
okay. There's always next time.
Yeah. Maybe next week I could get onto that. Because maybe.
What is next week, actually?
Oh yeah, what is next
Oh,
week?
it's the 22nd. It's the 22nd. So it's up to
Okay.
you.
Um,
I can do it, but it depends. You probably have a busier life than me.
I think I'm trying to work out because basically there is a very fine line between where I stop for work and where I go to visit family.
Yeah, and you should have time off.
Well, I'll have time off afterwards. I think we'll be okay for next week, and it'll be the week after will be a sort of break for the holidays.
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay
Even,
for next week. I may well
Everyone here follows me and Blue on Twitter.
Yeah,
so-
I may well be tired from work again, but we'll still do it.
I'll have a lot of anxious energy next week. So
Oh,
that will be fun.
no. Hopefully we can
Because I'm
help with
I'm
that.
in hospital the day after. But it's okay.
Hopefully we can take your mind off it for a bit then.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be what I need, really.
Well, maybe we can do. Maybe by then I'll decide on a bloody class, and it can be like a full-on character design session. Because that's probably why I didn't.
Hey.
That's probably why I didn't do a design, because I haven't settled on a class.
Yeah.
Class brackets S. Might be multiple.
maybe many.
It might be a multi.
Maybe I'll write something about some of the new OCs I have kicking around.
Ooh, we can both do.
Because God knows I can't stop thinking about my fucking rogue that I've got in my back pocket. Jesus Christ.
I have stats now, so I don't really have an excuse. Which is the excuse I use for almost all my other characters that I haven't drawn. I'm like, well, I'm not playing them, so they don't have stats, so I don't know what they're going to be like.
That's fine. Say spiritually, I always have hurry.
Aww.
I'll be fine, guys. It's like a tiny little checkup thing, but I always get a little nervous.
Okay, yeah, it's best to start because
But yeah, we will leave it here because we're tired, y'all.
yeah, and it takes me like bloody half an hour to get into bed because when you're the last to go to bed, you got to make sure everything's locked and good.
Everything's done. Yeah.
And everything's turned off.
I have been cruel to myself and not put my laundry away.
Oof.
Right, guys.
One benefit of your own place is that you can put laundry in the living room.
Yeah. It will probably end up on this chair. Alright, guys. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Most likely.
Bye. Bye.